right?
A little bit there, but he's also getting like ridiculous amount of pressure in mid lane, which both these teams love to utilize, and that's where we can kind of talk about the influence we're seeing here with the flash coming out. Xiaohu getting away. Now Weibo's in trouble here. We might get first blood going over, and it's of course gonna go to Weibo.
Of course, I had to start with the junglers when they switched between these two teams coming into these years.
Oh, Tarzan's in a little bit of trouble here. You got a little bit of call it on a week, and there you go. Scout gets the return.
I feel like we're seeing whoopsies from both of these junglers.
Gives you the laning items you need.
My question right here for Scout is that primarily we don't see LNG playing through those kind of 80 carries over in the mid lane. Hold on, I'm holding
Oh,
up.
the wall bang! Look at the support action coming through, and of course Chris picks it up too in the end. The Poppy is making its name known.
LNG might not be
We're already seeing this Poppy pay off dividends and trying to see that momentum continue as well.
I feel like a lot of the times it's double-edged sword, right? He either goes too aggressive or not, and right here he's looking at Hunt.
The Grubs are up. We're getting the flash play coming in here. They're all on Tarzan. Here comes Mom to help, and he just needed a little bit of familial support there for LNG.
There was no flash on Tarzan. Amira mentioned it earlier on. You're looking at those two sitting duck junglers on the Brand and the Zara. Whoever gets engaged on ends up going down. Tarzan pays the price for walking too far forward.
Get a little bit of top lane action. Nothing else going to come of it, though. We did get the dominance pop Isaac, but he's going to just try to get that priority.
Fans either way.
Okay, so we're getting Dragon taken now. Is there anything going on to Gala? No. He has his arrow. He could start a fight around bot side if he wanted to. And then what I'm really looking for now is that next Grub fight. It's Tarzan.
They're going over the wall. That's a huge play from Hung, and they just completely dogpile Tarzan. Scout gets another one, and now Chris was getting slowed down, and he's going to be able to use
That's
the
with
charge.
the death of that ward. Wow, I'm so surprised that he stood there. He had his flash.
The fact that Scout getting a little bit of revenge on his old teammate there, but we're actually going to see he go into a 1v2 that he didn't know was a 1v3. Does have a little bit of support up here, but the Grubs have already been started by Weibo.
Grubs have been started. No Asher, importantly. Bree taken down a little bit low. He's stunned. That's a problem.
Oh, they're going to go with the flash play. Chris goes right back in. TP coming back in. Stranglethorn's going to be used to separate, but Tarzan is already gone. No jungler for Weibo means this fight is so hard, and Scout is just picking up the stacks here. He is not afraid, and I love to see it from a little dragon.
Holders, they need to babysit for a while to make sure that he's able to push out that lane state.
I love that they're just trying to keep pressure here, but really the biggest thing for LNG is that they know Scout is the ticket forward. I mean, the man has 3 kills already on the shoulder. See if they want to try to make a play up here. They are positioning for it and perfectly hit onto Xiaohu. He has to stand and watch as his life is taken from him.
The last time we saw LNG in this playoffs, they bombed out. LNG were the 2nd seed from our Ascension group, and they didn't deliver in playoffs. But coming into this first game, it's against Weibo. It's against one of their old teammates in Tarzan as well. This early game has been really, really good, and it's an early game which is getting Scout ahead on a scaling pick. This is all green lights are go for the little dragon in the mid lane.
And I feel like we were joking about it earlier in the green room, how can they use Scout on a side lane if he's on a smolder? And Amira was like, well, they'll just bring 3 players around him. Like, I'm not sure about side laning anymore, but if it works, right?
This is the mid lane now. It's geographically challenged.
What I love,
the new side laning.
What I love is that this does feel like a little bit of revenge from their last series, from their last outing.
And then once you go back to this replay as well, from what happened around this Grub fight, which is of course very impactful, Weibo just gets tons of value on this Brand. He gets a really good stun onto him. It forces Chris to all in, and yes, there's great damage onto Weibo in return, but the fight has already started really before Weibo are ready for it. Gala's not there, and the damage isn't there with it.
And I feel like Weibo were just too split throughout this entire fight. Light was coming over from that mid lane, then Xiaohu TP's in way too late. And here we see the snipe all the way from mid lane that catches Xiaohu over towards the top side. 3 members around from LNG to punish.
And I love how he just backs off knowing they're not going to have a ward between my 2 turrets. I'll fire it out a fog of ward that way. Because if he'd actually stayed up a little further, he would have been on a ward. Herald's now spawned, and particularly with the Grubs being taken by LNG, 5 of them, they would need to really take that Herald to stop them from using it particularly effective.
I do love that Weibo are not backing down. They are going to try to get out Hung. Now they got Crisp out of there as well with his health bar going down, but it is Tarzan who will secure that objective.
Very importantly, Hung has been starting every engage for LNG. He's been finding key players from the side of Weibo. He was flung out. They're still looking for the poke.
A little bit of a long distance call there from LNG, but maybe ringing home a little bit too early. There is LNG just putting pressure on the mid lane to take that outer tower.
So that ult from Scout, 1, gets stacks.
Yep.
Nice, cool, hits with an ability, but 2, also just delays the defense of the mid turret and also delays some of the resets coming through from Weibo. Dragon's coming up in 10 seconds. LNG should be able to go back, get themselves into at least contesting that if they wanted to. Actually, with Scout going towards topside, though, maybe LNG just say, look, it's better to get that side lane goal onto the Dragon.
Isn't this so interesting, though? Because this has been the tried and true effect of LNG. They do lose Scout to the side lane so often, but maybe he's getting punished now. Little Dragon can't get away from all the vines, and Xiaohu will strike right back.
That was also played perfectly by Tarzan right there. He puts the ult down first to ensure the knock-up. That ensures the ace with the snow flash onto Scout Smolder. And I love the play with the Herald right here. A lot of teams gravitate towards putting that down straight mid lane, dipping into River, taking the Dragon. But right here, you're showing a threat from 2 towers on the side of Weibo.
Hey, Chris, do you know you're on the right side? Maybe he does. He's got his teammates right behind him. He is not as tanky as maybe he thought he was, but Weiwei is trying to lay down. He's just mind controlling Weiwei right now. Ends up falling anyways to the man himself.
Now, here's a double-edged sword of Chris. I feel like he's one of the more creative supports when it comes to marking his territory, marking his enemies, walking the right lines, making sure he ganks early on. You can find him all over the map. Sometimes finding him all over the map might be a bad situation because you find him alone, such as LNG right here.
Get shortly though, so can separate the fight. LNG want to stick around, but this is what I'm saying. Weibo are not afraid to put their body up here, as Enchanted Cristolero will go wide. Gala not going to be able to connect that one. About half health on the Dragon. Here comes Weibo, as they're going to try to separate with Chris, but LNG do back off enough. A little bit of poke from the light, but the Dragon will be secured by Weibo. Meanwhile, we got TPs at top. It's going to be switcheroonies. Oh, he stomps him! The monster has come to town, and he's looking to feed on some tiger skin, and Xiaohu is gone! The croc is eating good.
Before this, Weibo were in such a good position because they won what was effectively an isolated play on this bot side, while Xiaohu could keep pushing topside. He can't survive there. Gold gets picked up by Zucker, and Xiaohu goes down, whilst also losing his flash.
They're going to try to collapse on this bottom side down here. We do see in the top side, a turret does go down to Zika. He's going to be there alone. Weibo are trying to make a play on bot.
Yeah, Weibo Gaming are in retreat mode right here. They've got bot lane getting pushed through. They go mid lane and bot lane pushed at the same time. They're trying to wrap around.
Yo, Breathe is just dying under turret here. Now you have that separation from Chris, and LNG are lacking bodies. The target is Scout. He's trying to get away, but the wall bang comes in clutch, and Tarzan picks up another.
These fights are so split and so frantic across the map right now. You can see that both these teams are just trying to go from one side of that to the other.
Absolutely, and I feel like for Weibo Gaming, it's very important to survive the initial engage. You've got the Poppy, you've got very slippery carries. Breathe, he's challenging Zika
watching
right
you,
there,
Breathe.
but he doesn't know. He's not challenging one, he's
challenging two. He knows. He knows. Okay, he knows. There's a fireman in the bush.
This is something which LNG typically do with their solo laners instead of Weiwei. So in case you're not as familiar with how LNG have evolved over the course of this split, LNG really struggled in summer, but the way they started to break open games, it's overloading sidelines like this.
They're just going to get the all out for Breathe. The turret goes down, but he is able to dash out. Pyroclasm got used on him, but here comes Xiaohu to clean it up. Weiwei is already down. Now Xiaohu looking with his sights set on Zika. They're going to see if they can add some more fuel to the fire. Enchanted Cristolero! Gala is Robin Hood again! Scout picks up another one.
Through the entire map, and Weibo Gaming know that the TP was committed
Let's it fly. Zucker comes up after that point. A Scout, of course, gets some more gold onto this one.
I'm not gonna lie, there's been some very unfortunate moments for Xiaohu this game. The TP that didn't end up
pull across the map.
Now it's all about mid lane prio. Gala is going to unleash the arrow at some point on an unsuspecting victim, but it is LNG losing a little bit of that prio.
Weibo Gaming, they've got a clear objective on the mid lane tower.
You got Mom coming in. That's a big slow across multi-members, and now LNG just have a front to back, and Zika, he has made the back a wide open door of Weibo. He found the flank, and Weibo found literally nothing. That's a huge play from LNG, and Tarzan is just going to be run down into the dirt by LNG.
Weibo got themselves a finals. LNG were very much left out to dry in playoffs, but here in regionals, it really has been LNG striking
Really
first.
known for the big team fight potential, right? Whilst Weibo were pretty good at that, showcased it in the past. Now Scout...
We're to try to close this game one out.
So LNG still have that Baron buff for a minute and a half. That should be at least one more turret. Might even be able to get themselves a second one after that teleport behind.
This is Weibo's chance. Desperation, it reeks of it, but maybe it's the moment of glory. We have Breathe on the flank. Maybe he's trying to make his own Zika play. There's Chris separating out. This is looking good for LNG, but Mom maybe making the difference. Look at this though, Weibo. They've got him flanked again. He's back, and it's for episode 2 as LNG are wiping the floor with a him, give him the penta. No, it's a quadra kill for Scout.
One last-ditch effort from the side of Weibo Gaming to try and flank the fight around, but LNG's team fight just comes out superior.
LNG were made to wait. They saw Weibo in those finals and thought, we'll have another crack at them. LNG strike first, and they strike hard.
They do indeed. Game 1 ends with a shebang, and LNG looking for revenge at their last series they had against Weibo, and they'll take that step forward.
Grub's coming up in a minute, so watch what happens after those resets. The teleports back. Breathe has level 6, level 5. He goes for this.
He wants it, and that's a little bitty gnar. He's going to get that flash with the slice and dice. He's going to get the trade. It's a 1v1 in top side, but a first blood going over.
He ends up burning.
It does provide a little bit, but you have that utility that I think has been so crucially strong for Gala. I mean, we saw last game, he literally got MVP for those enchanted crystal arrows he was hitting on as a marksman across the map. So being able to give this guy...
pushing waves back and forth on the bot side. Breathe still stay stopped. No ult for him though.
Oh, we're going to get the TP play in from bot side. That will end up being Scout joining the fight. Weibo have a flank of a Corki behind them, and Crisp is going to have to burn the flash, but the flash instantly returned. LNG, they are coming here, and they are taking everything. Zika about to go Mega Gnar. He's getting a little bit low, though. A little bit of damage back and forth. Zika's still alive. There's the curtain call. Maybe it makes the difference. Scout sticking in there, but he'll die to light, who has finally shown up. LNG, they'll get one right back on the Tarzan.
A rock to the face means that now the Grubs are still back on the table. No smite. This is still continuing to fight.
Okay, it's turning into a 3v4, but this is in favor of LNG. They got a lot of frontal damage here, and Xiaohu's going down. Look at Gala. He got his MVP in game 1. He wants to follow it up. Light's trying to get him right back, though, and those love taps hurt real bad, as now LNG getting away from Crisp in the re-engage of Weibo.
What a weird...
If you see all 5 on the same screen, they could get an ace.
Completely agree. There's just a bit of discoordination here, and you can see that this could be a one fight for Weibo pretty cleanly. They give up a bit of a freebie kill towards that bone boulder at the end. They don't quite get the kill there, and it just these gaps in where they should have been extra kills or something like that, but suddenly they're on. It means that LNG can keep fighting back.
We just almost had a kill in Dragon Pit. Now we're about to get a solo bolo up here. No, he's going to turn it right back. That is an angry Croc, but he got distance. The slice and dice is not enough. Zika shuts him down.
Full stacked Conqueror right there from Breathe. Tried to get the empowered Q as well to get that heal. Wasn't enough. Wasn't up in time. However, Tarzan's looking ball.
This is the LPL I know and love. Here comes Hung to try to re-engage, but Weiwei is already gone. Now Weibo trying to take advantage of this fight that's a little bit unmanned from LNG, and Scout getting hit by the concussive blows. Maybe he makes it out. Xiaohu overextended. Xiaohu overextended. Light tries to get the bullet time across. They do end up claiming Hung. Weibo striking well.
So LNG still have no...
falls behind, maybe versus a tank or maybe versus another person, versus another champion. You've got Blackleaf, you've got Stairs, you can stay alive, you can use that ammo pen. It's not going to be the case here, and LNG, empty tower bot.
All right, they got the Nature's Grasp across just to try to get that outer tower there. That'll be some standing gold going the way of LNG.
This is one of the best things that LNG do. They are very good at just very methodically taking towers. They hate architecture. They don't like those structures anywhere. They are against...
Move right over to that Dragon Pit and try to get a sole point for themselves as Gala starts it up.
There is a ward behind highlighted right now for Weibo Gaming. Potentially Breathe could find an angle to TP.
I mean, he's going to try to put on his best Zika cosplay from last game. Here it comes. We're going to get the double TPs in both teams willing to commit over this. Breathe is way too far over Baron, though, and he's just being turned into a pelt here. He's going to flash away by the curtain call. He's going to get one back to the back, and Scout gets the kill. Now Weibo have to retreat from this fight.
This is kind of worst case scenario for Weibo. They lost their health on mid lane. They lose that big TP play too, and I don't think they can really stick around for this.
Okay, they got that Deadly Flourish, maybe trying to get Crisp. He Unbreakable will not be available now. You do not have many safety tools for Weibo, but they got to do the safety dance here as the Dragon's getting low. They are still willing to 50-50 this. Tarzan's trying to get the pin. Here comes Mom from Xiaohu, but they're not willing to commit too far over. There's the bullet time, but it is secured by Weiwei, so that'll be soul point for LNG. And a nice grand entrance, rebuffed as well. Weiwei going forward. He's looking for a Bramble Smash. It does go the other way, but already Tarzan's down, and Zika, he has made his name known. He is not mini anymore. That man is mega, as it's LNG taking a huge fight in mid lane.
LNG do not grand kind of payoff for that play. LNG soul point, big advantage in terms of gold. They're breaking up these towers again.
threat is going to start pushing down your tower, so Weibo Gaming is very desperate right here, trying to get any vision that they can around this drag. My god, Crisp is like 30% HP already.
So big combo right now though. Zika will be losing his Meganar in the side lane, does have TP to join, but that fight potential will not be there. Now Tarzan's going to kick it off and Crisp is already gone, but maybe it doesn't even matter. Bullet time going kind of completely wide there, and the curtain call opens up, and what has happened to Weibo? Where did they go over these last 2 days? Because this Weibo right now is trying to find something out of nothing, and they are losing everything, including their lives.
LNG are sealing the deal. They don't need no down mega.
For those of you who've watched Weibo in the last 2 days, I feel like you haven't had the full Weibo experience.
Weibo all the weight when everything else falls apart for Weibo Gaming. Play more for him.
Now look on the other side too, Baron's still on the table. LNG so strong in the carries. Here comes the last gasp teleport.
They got a TP. There's an Nature's Grasp across, hits multi-members. Breathe gets the flank though, and this is actually really big. Crisp is already gone, but Scout is still here kicking. Here comes Zika. He's about to get Meganar as well. Breathe has to separate it. Scout is not with this fight, but LNG still feel confident because Breathe is completely left out on his lonesome. Oh, the flash play, Weiwei, making it known that Xiaohu cannot exist in this realm of reality, and neither can Weibo.
The game's just too far gone at this point. The teleport comes in and they get one carry. Yeah, there are multiple carries now, folks. There are too many.
Who cares about the Jin,
like
man?
League of Legends.
It's like, oh, hey.
Okay, sorry.
Look, I was definitely a guy that's like, oh, Jin kind of struggles to carry games. Did get a pentakill in finals yesterday, so I guess we have
some
to
respect on his name.
Maybe retire at that point. Baron's going to go down. LNG, they don't really mind that Gull has gone down. They have so much damage left over.
Okay, I'm going to continue my sentence. Who cares about Jin when you have Corki and Nar? There you go.
All right, I'll concede that point. All right. We get LNG though. After this fight, they actually looking to take a little bit more here. And Weibo, that desperation, it reeks of high heaven here. And they just wanted to try to get in the pit, wanted to try to get something, and they are left with nothing. Baron going over the way of LNG. They have a massive gold lead. They did get Xiaohu his stacks, and he's able to get one back, but it's just a little baby dragon. They get a double kill for Zika. Now they're chasing Breathe under turret. How are you going to make this man be put even further into the dirt? But they find a way.
LNG are just chasing Weibo Gaming down. They have the numbers advantage on the map. LNG again on every front, the better team here. Early, mid, late, team fight, side laning. They have established their dominance.
And I really think I look at this LNG team in the first 2 games, and the word which sticks out to me is confidence. They are playing with confidence and they're playing decisively.
This is a game 2 that we did not expect to go a 2-0 start in this best of 5 for LNG. It has always been contested. It has always been back and forth. But for 5 games in a row, Weibo has been
realize the threat of that place. They don't leave themselves at easy kind of options. Now we're fighting over the bot scuttle. Weibo's here, Hung's here, but remember, Hung no flash, no exhaust will definitely hurt.
Yeah, they want to try to get the engage there. I love that Crisp is trying to set it up, but Crisp getting low. There's the deadly flourish landing on Tarzan. Crisp is the primary target. Gala wants him so bad he flashes for it. First blood to LNG. Now it's Weibo being surrounded here. Light is trying to get those love taps in. He does get the trade back in the end. It goes over to Tarzan, but now Light has overextended. Gonna flash out of the deadly flourish there, and it's heavy trades on bot.
Sole point. Eventually, you're gonna have to fight them, and it's not gonna be on your terms if you're Weibo Gaming. Right here, they have the chance to get that bully ahead, as you mentioned, get that farm onto the cannon.
No way.
Oh, no.
Oh, Breathe. This cannot happen, man. He's gonna get the flash out too. Zika kills him, and that is a monstrous 2v1.
This champion does way too much damage at that moment. Lily was also one of those champions which...
Yeah, that's what Wei thought yesterday too.
Yeah, he thought that too. I guess Sarah was wrong.
This is really bad for Gala. He has no mobility out of this one. He does have the flash still. He's going to reserve it, and Scout making his way over. This is massive for LNG if they can get an open up here, and they're going to get the lightning crash too. Light is not being blocked for Crisp. You have to save him. The headbutt comes through. Crisp is about to go down as well. Hung is still alive, and a double kill for Scout.
Scout uses that little toe.
Throw Daisy into the mix of things here, but 10 minutes in, it will look like Weibo will take control of the spot side and secure their first flash out of Breathe as well. Oh, goodness. That's a TP coming in.
No way, the cancel!
He actually just completed his item there, and now he's got the Katic Ricker to come in here and try to get the damage. Scout might be looking to get the kill. Really nice moves from Breathe, though, but the flash comes out, and Zika puts him down again.
And very importantly, what does Weibo get on the map for this one?
It is a small advantage for LNG. There is a lot of standing gold left on the map, and Xiaohu getting some of that is huge. We are already getting to our first item spikes, very much ahead for LNG in that regard.
I seriously believe if Weibo Gaming walked up here, they take first tower for themselves with the 6 Void Grubs. However, they try to establish some vision over in the jungle, potentially use that route again to pressure that top side now that the cannon.
Or in the area, teleport not just pulled just yet.
I want to see a fight. I want to see Tarzan get in there, try to get something going here for Weibo. Something's got to give. And now they're going to TP in. This is a heck of a fight, but the Rift Arrow's already gone. Now LNG are just going to collapse on Breathe. He's going to pop the Slicing Maelstrom immediately, but it's a very split fight from Weibo. Now they might center in. Scout has very much overextended and will just fall. Zika is all by himself now too, and Weibo, they actually were able to split the fight here against LNG, but Zika is still a Cassante. Here comes the lilting lullaby as Tarzan sweet. Nothing's come across. It is the bullet time that puts the damage down, and Xiaohu comes up.
Now that was another split fire from Weibo Gaming, but so well controlled.
We're going to see the Dragon set up by Weibo. That's trying to get a second combo going for themselves to start building towards that soul.
This entire thing by itself, but Xiaohu getting a lot of gold for himself.
I feel like LNG are fine losing these towers for the time being. Again, there is so much scaling on their side. I'm worried I'm worried on their damage profile, because Jin is not necessarily a consistent damage dealer. However, Weibo Gaming have a bunch of squishy targets, so Zeri plus Jin, with so many shields, so much protection, so much engage and disengage coming through the team later on, when they've got 3, when they've got 4 items in their inventory, is going to hurt.
Jin's got some extra utility with it. There's no real hyper tank on the side of Weibo as well. It's not the worst game to be playing that as Gala caught out.
It's just the Jin, and Xiaohu will get another one.
The shields aren't there this time.
He's up no fight to give.
Yeah, Zucker needs to go back, immediately teleport back into the play after regenning his HP. LNG had a good start to this, but they lose a lot of chunk on their front line.
I love how reserved that Weibo are, but now they're just getting pounced. The Xiaohu's gone! His saber teeth have been cracked in half by LNG, and Scout's going for more. He wants to go for the flash. Scout is emitting absolute essence right now on the Rift, and he is dominating.
How do you lose the river? You fought tooth and nail to walk into this river, to fight them out, to chunk down Zika, to get him back to base. You are on so point if you get this dragon, and an overextension from easy fight in any objective. Why would they start now?
Scout caught on the sideline. This could be a bit of an issue.
Got a little bit of distance. The Ultra Shock laser is actually big. The shield bow's not enough, though. Scout will die. Okay, a little bit of revenge to that Sabertooth who cracked his teeth. But LNG, they're setting up around mid lane. They realize there's a potential to open up on the Light and Crisp, but they want this outer tower first and foremost, and they use it really well. Come on, don't judge his likes, his hobbies.
Hey, if LNG are not going to fight them, Weibo Gaming are going to force them to.
That's a big purple frog right now they're trying to get, as that's the Baron going down about half health already. That's LNG looking to surround. They need to get some of these ultimates going. There's the TPs coming in. Very hesitant are Weibo. Tarzan's already half health. They need to take the fight. Breathe. He's looking for his entrance. He's looking for his big slicing maelstrom, but Zika is denying the side fight. He's going to get a double knockback now. Scout moving forward as well. The rest of Weibo, they don't have any confidence to move forward. And LNG, they have all of it. 2 quick kills going the way of LNG. Now Zika trying to get away. Does have the shield. He does have the healing, and LNG's comp is trying to fight back. Beautiful play there as he goes in. Hung secures it, and Weiwei will take down Light. And Tarzan's being run down by the rest, but this is an LNG map.
Oh, the top side of the map goes dark. Tarzan gets a kill back.
Okay, Tarzan a little bit quick to the pull, and now Xiaohu coming in with these rocket barrages. See if they can do anything. Tarzan feeling this is the need, but Scout stepping up to Xiaohu, and again, he has those Saber's teeth right in his pocket from earlier, and Tarzan's all by himself now. Zika not able to hit that Q3. Crisp is back, but he's already flashing away, and he's already turned into beef hamburgers now, and Weibo have been rebuffed.
Disaster for Weibo Gaming. That's the only word. The entire team had gone past and the exhaust had not been used. Says a lot.
Once again, Weibo just failing around the great building block for them.
And we have Baron yet again. Weibo Gaming trying to force the trigger from LNG.
They just need to force something here. It's already getting low here, but they might actually lose Chris for it. Maybe you just give it up for that, and the Baron is enough as Weibo finally take it down. It's the all-out for Zika. He's trying to kill Xiaohu now. He's all by himself. The redemption comes through. Oh my God, he's going to step back up. Xiaohu, where are you going? Where has you gone? Cotton Eye Joe's screaming somewhere overneath, but Zika, he will not get hit. Xiaohu steps forward and dies for it as Zika claims him now. It's Hung going in for the re-engage, but gets right back out. The bullet time coming across, though. Hung is already gone. Big slicing maelstrom, and Breathe finally makes something happen, but will it be enough? LNG. I think this was a setup for a Soul, but it is just merely Soul point, but all the pressure, all of it aligning here in mid lane. It's Weibo trying to get some poke down as much as possible. Tarzan looking for those angles of the swirl seat, but that will be the TP in from Breathe to join the team here. You do have the side lane. Chris, you got to get the engage. He headbutted Daisy. Now he might just go down here. Daisy's in the fight over there as well. Crisp is already gone. Weibo needs something to give. Weibo needs something to happen here. They need their wombo combo to come through, but there's no womboing. There's no comboing, and it's just a chillin' biting off the head of Weibo as Light tries to get one more bullet time, but it's a sad time indeed.
Absolute devastation for Weibo Gaming, 0-6, but LNG, what a redemption arc. They lost to Weibo Gaming. They got denied their advance through those playoffs all the way to finals, but now they're gonna claim their place.
LNG Weibo has gone the distance in each of the last 5 times they have met. Today, LNG have very confidently said the streak will be reset.
There is no room for improvement in this series for Weibo. This is looking like 6 devastating losses in a row. Their heads will be hang low, but no longer a Silver Dragon Cup looming large over LNG. They have their eyes on one thing and one thing only as they rejoin the ranks of the World Elite. They gotta fight it through, and that is welcoming them to Worlds 2024 as they get the TP back in. They want the blood, they want the hurt, they want the tears of Weibo as they're gonna finish off Light one more time. It's traded back. Zika's finishing the job, and of course, it's Zika.